So Shedeur Sanders says, don't draft me if you don't intend on changing your culture. If you don't have any interest in changing your culture, don't draft me. Well, Shedeur, you got to understand, this can go both ways, man. This can either change for the better or it could change for the worst. And don't think for a second things in Giants land can't get any worse. Hell, we could miss on the third pick in the NFL draft. That's how things could get worse. And Shedeur comes out here and says, well, I've done it at every single level. What makes you think I'm not going to excel at the NFL level? Well, Shedeur, there's a lot of players that have played college football. There's players that have dominated at Pee Wee, high school, college, get to the NFL, and completely flame out. A lot of players come out, have the same belief in themselves as you do, and they do not succeed. Playing in the NFL and succeeding in the NFL is not a given. Now, I like Shedeur, but Shedeur's got to understand, man, he's not his dad, okay? He's not his dad, nowhere even close to his dad. When his dad came out of Florida State, Deion Sanders could step up to a mic and say whatever he wanted. There was no question what he was going to showcase out there on that field in terms of talent. You knew it was going to translate to the NFL game. With Shedeur, there's belief that it's going to translate, but it's not a sure thing like his dad. Not even close. There ain't a person out there that can sit there and look me dead in the face and say Shedeur Sanders at the collegiate level is anywhere close to the player that his dad was at the collegiate level. Even though they play two completely different positions. You know, we're talking about something that's completely on the other side of the spectrum. And Shedeur has to understand, now that he's come out and said things like, if you're not interested in changing your culture, don't draft me, and things like, I've excelled at every level, what makes you think I'm not going to excel at the NFL level? You've put a target on your back now that you've said these things to the public, in front of all the media. People are going to view Shedeur's comments at the Combine in a very similar light as to when Joe Shane came out and said, well, it's kind of hard to miss 5 and 6. And when it comes to this fan base and people that make content, I can already tell you one guy out there that makes content that has a soundboard who probably already has a soundbite drawn up of you saying those exact words.